Southern Miss extends its season, Glyn. They are going to a bowl for the first time since 2022. We both pretty much nailed this game. You said 41-17, I said 45-10. Southern Miss wins 49-21 over ULM to achieve bowl eligibility. Second fastest bowl eligible in program history. I don't know the first, to be honest. I just know it's second fastest thanks to Mr. Jack Duggan, who's an awesome SID. Glyn, kind of a weird game, honestly. I mean, it was kind of like a snooze fest, but Southern Miss controlled the game. ULM came out early with a scripted drive and went straight down the field. They really went straight down the field 2 or 3 times.
Frustrating first half.
Yeah, and so ULM kind of hung in there, but third and fourth quarter, I mean, it was just dominant by Southern Miss.
It's Braylon Braxton. I mean, what can you say? I mean, he doesn't have just one guy that has to do it for him every week. He finds a different guy on, for a touchdown here, another guy for a touchdown there. He's just spreading the wealth. It's also a testament to the amount of talent he has in the receiving core. But he's making throws this year that he couldn't make at Marshall last year. He's really improved. Just keeps getting better and better.
One thing I really liked today, you mentioned Braylon Braxton, 18 for 23, 248 yards, 4 touchdowns, which was the first Southern Miss player to get to 4 touchdowns since Nick Mullins did it against Rice in 2016. One thing I really liked today is I thought Blake Anderson opened up the passing game just a little bit. You had the kind of that shovel pass to Kyron Heath there for the first score, and then the flea flicker deep shot to Doc Chapman. I really like that, making them respect Braylon's ability to do stuff with his legs, because on that shovel pass, Braylon's kind of running to his left. It's a 4th and 2. All the linebackers come down, and he just whooped it over to Kyron Heath, and there was nobody in there.
It was a great call.
Yeah, so
and we spoke about earlier before this game that we didn't think running was going to make a living against that front, and Braylon would have to throw the football, and that's exactly what happened. Braylon's too good, and that receiving core's too good.
Yeah, I really thought Southern Miss was able to, drive the ball downfield. On the defensive side, I thought ULM was able to do some stuff against that defense, especially in that first half. They had 111 yards rushing for their starter. I'm trying to get the total yards. I can't read this. I'm horrible at reading rushing yards. 209 total rushing yards by ULM. Now, a lot of that did come in the second half, kind of garbage time.
Well, that fourth quarter.
Yeah, so 209 rushing yards for ULM. But they were able to garnish some things in the first half that I think better teams could do later on in the season.
Right, and that goes to Coach Huff was talking about things we need to clean up. I mean, one thing, I saw backers, taking the wrong gap, and then once they got there, they missed guys. They didn't complete tackles. They're going to need to be a better tackling team when they face, like a Texas State. Another thought we didn't talk about that made a lot of sense to me. Last year at Marshall, they really depended on Braylon to run the football with, quarterback design run plays.
Yeah.
They're not doing that as much to him this year, and he's a better passer. But he made a point that he thinks when he's able to scramble and get out of the pocket, he's much more effective offensively because, he doesn't have the backers, everybody coming down on him in the run game, keying on him. So I think that's a big thing for him. When he can scramble and make plays like he did down here on the touchdown pass and the guy got behind, he's so much more effective when he can do it that way.
I mean, because people have to, respect his legs. You have to respect his mobility, and that's something that we've wanted to see so long from Southern Miss. Our Braylon this season is seeing him scramble, but also continue to look downfield and not just lower his shoulder.
Plays.
Right.
That's a prime example there. Where the guy got behind the secondary.
Yes, on the third touchdown or whatever it was. One thing about Braylon I thought that was really interesting, he talked about, they're bowl eligible. And one thing I tweeted out was I think that's the floor of what the team can achieve at this point.
Oh, yeah.
They're bowl eligible, they're 6-2. Coach Huff was talking about it if we're 6-6 at the end of the year, nobody's going to Shreveport.
Yeah, it's a fail.
I think being bowl eligible is such a floor, and that's such a testament to what Huff has been able to do. We've talked about it almost ad nauseum on these videos, on other shows. But one thing that I thought was interesting when he was asked, I asked him, did it surprise you of how quick the transformation was? Now, Huff said no. He said no. I expected this. I still don't think he quite expected it to be this quick. I think, he didn't expect all the transfer players to pop in the way they did. But one thing was interesting was when we asked Chris Jones that question, who was on the team last season, he said, you know what, I am surprised. And I think every other fan would agree with Chris Jones that, a good season in people's minds was just to get to a bowl game.
Right.
I mean, but what we're talking about right now is that might be the floor of the team, Glyn. That's unbelievable.
I think for Huff, he came in here with a formula, proven formula.
Yeah.
he knew what to do. He knew how to do it. He just had to get the players, and once he got the players, he could, you know, plug in what he knows how to do. So he was confident in that. But yeah, Chris seemed really pleased that he stuck around here. And yeah, I mean, I picked him to go 6 and 6, 7 and 5, and you know that was my ceiling. So these guys have so much more ahead of them, like special kind of season.
Yeah, I think I said 8 and 4 in the beginning of the season, and I thought that it could be higher. But you know, one thing that's really helped them is kind of the games on the schedule that we kind of pinpointed as tough ones at Louisiana, at Georgia Southern. Both those teams just weren't what they thought they were going to be this year. And now look at where Southern Miss is, 6 and 2, 4 and 0. You got Arkansas State coming up after the bye week, who I mean, doesn't look great. You know, they're not anything.
If you look at the teams around the conference, I mean, fingers crossed, Southern is healthy. They've stayed healthy.
Yeah, and that's
two guys out of this whole group are not, you can't play. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, and you're looking at the ULM, you know, availability report. And you're just scrolling down. There's like 30 guys on it.
Third of the team. Yeah.
But yeah, so you know, it was a weird game, but you know what? Southern Miss did what they needed to do. They came in and 49-21. You can't be disappointed. The crowd today was somewhat disappointing, but I know the rain was out. Well, I guess we'll truly see where the crowd is when they play Texas State, which is the next home game.
Yeah, I mean,
later in
if
November.
they don't show up for that, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, so. But we are looking right now at a potential showdown for the last weekend of the season. Troy at Southern Miss, when that would be a lot of fun. But for now, Southern Miss is bowl eligible, and people can go home. And I think Coach Huff said it right, that like, listen, we don't want to be just like, oh, we can win, you know, all this, like that mentality of like, we just expect this, like, to do what they've done. They need to take a minute to just be like, you know, this is really incredible.
Yeah, and be appreciative, and in the same breath, be humble as well.
Right. Well, we'll be there every step of the way. We got 4 games left. Arkansas State is the next one. They're on a bye week. Comes at a great time, I think.
Heal up
mentally and physically, and I think it kind of gives them some moment to like enjoy this, but like not enjoy it for too long, where they get to, and you know, one thing which was funny was I can't remember which player said it, but he said, you know what, Coach Huff, you know, or no, Coach Huff said it. He said our bowl game is Monday's practice. So,
yeah, that's the bowl game.
That's
get
the
out
bowl
there
game.
and
Get
get
on
it
there
right.
Monday, you know. So,
and what's so exciting about Coach Huff? You know, he's such a competitor. He was talking about he's in the middle of the thing, and instead of celebrating this win, he can't wait to get in this film room and start finding things to clean up. He sees they can get better and better and better.
No doubt. And they've gotten better since week 1. There's no doubt about that. And I think they'll continue to get better. And like Glyn said, this is a chance for a really special season, a really special, you know, place right now. So 6 and 2 Southern Miss, 4 and 0 in conference, beating ULM 49-21 on homecoming. That snaps a two-year losing homecoming streak. So
don't talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not going to talk about the last few years for the rest of the season. We will. It's an incredible turnaround. 49-21. That's Glyn Dyar with 247 Sports. I'm DIma Mixon. Thanks always for watching. We do appreciate it. Go follow his coverage on goldeneaglepride.com. You can follow my horrible writing at pineveltnews.com. We will see you next week for the bye week. Maybe.
Yeah.
We
Tuesday.
might. Tuesday. Yes. Thank you for watching.